paintbrush, water, and snazaroo and start painting yourself like one of the blue man group. You want to go all over your face, everywhere. Like, just make yourself blue. Be Cookie Monster. Be Dory. I don't care. Just blue yourself. And I mean everywhere. You want to get your neck. You want to get all over. Make sure you get your chest. The chest I had to go over a couple times. It wasn't very dark. It was kind of opaque, but you'll see that later. Nick's talking to me there, so I'm just laughing at him. Oh, and definitely get inside your ears, and when you take this off, be sure to clean your ears, because the next day I found blue in my ear holes, and that was not fun at all. Then you want to powder yourself down and to make sure everything is nice and set. So I'm using a big brush and some e.l.f. setting powder. It's translucent. And then there I'm using some Wet n Wild setting powder. And then with a small little brush, you want to start blackening out your nose where you want the crevice of your nose hole to be. I'm just using, like, I don't even know what brush it is. I got it at Five Below because I don't like to spend money on things. So this is a very cheap little brush, but it did the job pretty well. Then of course my camera dies because that's just my life. And so you missed some pink, but honestly, the pink can go wherever you want to put it. You're a zombie, so if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. You're a zombie. Like, your happy little mistakes will just make your makeup look like 10 times better. So basically I'm going in with some pink aqua color that I have, and I'm like darkening up spots with some darker pink and a little bit of purple, and you know, just trying to give it a little bit more of like a shadow kind of effect. So, you know, just keep going over that and keep applying it till you get the right color you want. And then here with some white aqua color, I am painting on my teeth. That's also just a little makeup brush, I believe. So, you know, like any brush will do. I kind of picked one that would be the right size of teeth. And then in a little bit, I go in with a more detailed brush, like a finer brush to make the points on them, to make them just look a little bit more like teeth. And because it's going over pink, my teeth do end up kind of turning pinkish, but I think the overall look, it turns out pretty nicely. And since this is a pop art zombie, you kind of want to get real dark with the black lines. You know, here they're kind of thin, which is fine. You just kind of want to like make the transition from the blue to the pink really stand out. So outlining everything with black really helps give that cartoony kind of effect. You know, the really hard lines. But you want to go over like everything now. So you want to go over all the pink, all your teeth. Your nose doesn't need it because it's already black, but you'll see that I'll go and do some upper parts, and here I wanted a little bit more depth in my mouth part, so I figured, you know, it's going to be dark inside your mouth, so might as well make that black. And then I'm just adding some little squiggly lines to give a little bit more depth in places. And then who needs like black makeup whenever you can just use aqua color to give yourself some black eyeshadow basically. But I think it's turning out pretty good. And then here I'm just using some white aqua color, and like obviously this is not like true to the anatomy by any means, but so I just kind of draw my neck bones. They're a little bit bigger, cartoonier, and then like once you have those up and set, then do the same thing. Black outline everything. Make it as cartoony as you can. realized that my teeth are turning a little pink, so I just want to go back over it and put a little bit more white onto them to kind of help them stand out by just looking white and not so pink. They still kind of turn pink after this, but it made them less pink, so that kind of helped. And then here I'm doing just a little bit more like highlighting and shading. I'm switching between dark purple, dark pink, and like a lighter pink just to give it some depth. And then I'm going to go around each bone and kind of put some pink around it also, because, you know, if we're going to have exposed pink on the face, we should probably pull it down to our chest, kind of keep it uniform and, you know, consistent. But it worked. I might do it a little differently next time, but it was nice. And then here I realized that I forgot lipstick, so I'm going to apply that. It's just aqua color, it's not really lipstick. And then I realized that I need something else on the other side of my head because I didn't look quite dead enough, to be honest. So I'm kind of making an exposed brain, and then, you know, trying to do all my highlights now before I outline it in black. But this is another technique I'm going to have to try and figure out a little bit better how to make it look more like a brain, because other people's looked a lot better than this one. But I'm not saying I don't like it. I really liked how this turned out. And then set that all over your face, and then take some glamour shots. And then that's it. Hope you enjoyed.